Alright guys, big news for Wuthering Waves. A few hours ago we just got the full 2.8 livestream, and shortly after that, QOL dropped the official patch notes, giving us a preview of everything coming out in this new version update. And there's quite a lot. We're getting new main quest, a completely new area, changes to negative statuses effects, multiple events, and plenty more. This is shaping up to be a really solid patch, especially as the final stop before the massive 3.0 update, when we're expecting a new major expansion. So let's break down everything they revealed, and if you guys want to stay fully updated on everything WUWA, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and turn on those notifications. But alright, let's not waste any time and dive right into it. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull up the Wuthering Waves website, where they gave us a preview of everything on the way. This is like a short preview of the full 1 hour live stream, so it's gonna be really quick to go over. The first thing that was revealed is the official release date. The version 2.8 to the city set in Amber, scheduled to release on November 20th. So us currently being on the 14th of November, we can expect this update to drop in about 6 days. But alright, now let's take a look at the actual content that we get in this new update. So to the city in Amber version 2.8 preview, we'll be getting 2 new main story quests. So we get chapter 2, Stagnant Dawn on Wastelands, featuring Chissa. Basically, 2 of the main stories will be around Chissa, the brand new character as they've typically done. Whenever we get a new banner, the story of that update or that phase will revolve around the brand new character. So us still getting 2 main story quests is actually pretty good. I know a lot of players were not expecting it in the last 2.8 version update, especially right before a 3.0 patch. A lot of players were not expecting new main story and for it to be a really dry patch, but we have actually a lot here. We also have a brand new outfit for Zani, most likely viable in the shop. Next up, the new location, which looked pretty amazing, in some sort of Japan style theme location for Chissa's theme, looked pretty amazing. I'd say the fact they still gave us a whole new region instead of bringing us in an old region and reuse it, they still gave us a brand new region to conclude the 2.x version update, which I find pretty amazing. Your location looks pretty good. It's going to give something for the players to do, explore, and I'm sure there's going to be some exploration wars as well into it, but overall already looking pretty good. And of course, with a new region, we can expect some brand new echoes. Alright, now let's see what else we have here. So we have the new Phantom Echo. This time around, it's going to be for the False Sovereign. Here we have a new Echo set called Thread of Severed Fate. This is going to be a 3-piece set. The effect is Inflicting Havoc Bane, increases the Resonator's attack by 20%, and grants 30% Resonance Aberration damage bonus for 5 seconds. So yeah, there it is. That is Chissa's best in slot. For those looking to build Chissa and pre-farm for Chissa, unfortunately, you would want to have to wait until she comes out, and this new set is available to the game to get her best in slot set. This is pretty much tailor-made for her. She's the only character in the game that can use Havoc Bane right now, and as we've seen, she does scale on Resonance Aberration damage, so this is basically perfect for her. But real quick before we move on, I do want to mention, I did notice some players were dissatisfied with us having another super specific set that can only go on one character, so it seems a lot of players are burnt out with farming a new specific set after each character. So I want to know what you guys think in the comments. Should they be making the Echo sets more universal and not this specific? But at the very least, it'll give players some more progression to do, especially right before the big 3.0 expansion, which is where we can expect some major content. Alright, let's move on here. We still have a lot to cover. So we're getting a new tactical hologram challenge. This time around, it's going to be a tactical hologram for the False Sovereign. That should be quite exciting, quite an amazing boss. Next up, the updated negative statuses. So it's official, they are revamping the negative statuses in this update, and we actually have a full preview here. So let's quickly go over it. So we have the Havoc Bane effect, which is getting a revamp. Some Havoc attacks will apply a stackable Havoc Bane effect to the target. While Havoc Bane lasts, the defense of the inflicted target is reduced. Havoc Bane stacks up to 3 times by default, with each stack reducing the target's defense by 6%, which means for a total of 6% defense shred on the target for those who can apply Havoc Bane. Next up, we have Fusion Burst. Some fusion attacks will apply a stackable Fusion Burst effect to the target. When Fusion Burst is stacked to its max, all stacks will be removed to trigger an explosion, dealing fusion damage around the target. Fusion Burst effects stack up to 10 times by default. The higher the stacks, the more damage dealt. Alright, next up we have Glacio. Some Glacio attacks will apply a stackable Glacio effect to the target. When they are affected, the target received Glacio damage stack up to 10 times by default. The higher the stacks, the more damage dealt. Each stack of Glacio reduces the target's movement speed, so it's like a freeze effect. Target will be frozen when it reaches max stacks, and all stacks of Glacio will be removed. Struggle to accelerate your recovery from the frozen state. Lastly, we have Electro, quite a long one, but definitely needed. We for sure saw that Electro was one of the weaker elements, especially for the elemental statuses. So some Electro attacks will apply stackable Electro Flare effect to the target. While Electro Flare lasts, it deals periodic Electro damage to the target, so like some sort of dot damage. The target loses half of the effect stacks with each instance of damage, and it can stack up to 10 times by default. The higher the stacks, the more damage dealt. And here it says any new stacks inflicted become stackable Electro Rage, and this increases the damage dealt by the next Electro Flare trigger. Electro Rage is removed once triggered, stack up to 10 times. The higher the stacks, the more damage it does, so they did Electro, Glacio Fusion, and Havoc Bane, and for now it seems they left out Spectral Frazzle and Aero Erosion. Alright, next up, the optimizations. What quality of life changes are we getting for 2.8? The first one is performance optimizations. So this is to help with GPU load from ray tracing, and global illumination effects will be optimized for certain scenes. We finally got echo absorption, so farming daily echoes is going to be much easier. One click and you can absorb all the echoes in the same area. Next up, we got upgrade material management. An auto supplement feature will be added to the Resonator Ascension Weapon Ascension and skill upgrade menu when the required upgrade materials are insufficient. So basically just some help to build your characters, and we have better combat experience. The guidebook tabs will be reorganized, so yeah, they showed this in the live stream. You can now use the tabs to quickly jump into recurring challenges or material farming spots, so there's going to be a better overlay and a quick access option. And Tactical Hologram Phantom Pain Challenge is initiated again. The Resonator will enter it with full stamina. Additionally, the boss challenge experience will be optimized. That appears after exiting or completing a challenge. The original cancel button will now be replaced with a restart button. We have auto mute. So mute when game is in the background option will be added on PC with Windows. So some nice quality of life changes here. Nothing game breaking, but they're for sure nice to have, especially the echo absorption. Alright, now let's see what else we have here. We should be by the end. And so yeah, we're now at the banners. So the full banners have been confirmed. We already knew we had Chissa and Bowling on the way, but now we have the phase 1, which is the 5-star Chissa, alongside a rerun for Phoebe. Now I was expecting Cartefia, but it seems they're gonna save Cartefia for the 3.0 update. So phase 1, it's gonna be Chissa and Phoebe, and now for phase 2, we have a rerun for Folova, her first time returning to the game since 2.5, alongside another rerun for Cantarella, which I believe her last time rerun was also in 2.5, so they're basically bringing back the 2.5 banners for the 2.8 version update. Also, one thing that's not shown is that Bowling is actually featured on the second phase banners, so Bowling is going to be featured 4-star on Folova and Cantarella's banner. She will not be part of the first phase. And of course we have the weapon banners, so we have the weapon for Chissa, which look pretty good, basically like the scissor blades, and then the convene for all the weapon banners, so Chissa, Phoebe's weapon, Folova, and Cantarella's weapon. Alright, now we're at the very end, so this is just a small preview of all the events that we have for the 2.8 version update. Now, they should give us proper details on what these events are all about, with the event descriptions, the rewards, and the release dates of these events very soon in another patch note. So once that happens, I'll for sure cover it right here on the channel before the update comes out. So by next week, I'll do a proper breakdown on all the incoming events. But yeah guys, this is pretty much everything we can expect for the 2.8 version update. I want to know what you guys think in the comments. Do you think this is enough? I know a lot of players were dissatisfied, saying this is another dry patch, but to me, it looks pretty good. A whole new area, we have 2 new main story quests, a bunch of events, new location, a few stuff to do, a whole new echo set to grind for those who were complaining about not having enough stuff to do. I'd say this is a pretty good patch, especially right before the major 3.0 update. I'm sure they held back on 2.8 just for the fact that 3.0 is right around the corner. But yeah guys, this will conclude all the info and the breakdown of everything on the way for 2.8 for the preview. So if you guys enjoyed, like the video, subscribe, put those notifications on if anything else comes up, or you already know I got you guys covered right here on the channel. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.